Do you struggle with communicating with others? Did you know this? If your communication is not at a high level, it will affect your income. Obviously, it affects the relationships you have with other people. And more often than likely, it's also going to affect the way you talk to yourself. Now, here's the thing. Communication, it's obviously just like anything else, negative or positive. And what you're putting out there is what you're going to get back. So I know what I experienced when I talk to a lot of people, they're having issues of they don't connect well with other people. And I say, great, when you're having a communication with somebody else, how's the conversation go? And they think about the words. No, not the words. Are you listening? Right? Do you listen to the message that you're receiving? And do you pause to think about what that person's saying and then respond specifically to what the person's bringing up? Or do you listen to what they're saying and say what you want to say next? Right? That's, I think of it this way. I remember I used to have these conversations on the phone with an individual where they'd call me and they'd ask me, how was your day? And I would start answering. And before I could finish my sentence, they would say, yeah, and then they just go talking about everything they want to talk about. All right. And then they'd ask me another question, I go to answer it, and same thing, interrupt me, and then say whatever they want to talk about. So over time, I just stopped talking. I just started listening all the time. And then they got mad at me. Why aren't you talking? And I said, well, I'm listening. You're talking right now. I shouldn't try to overtalk you. That doesn't make sense. It's weird because unless you develop your communication and really learn to be aware of how you communicate with others, people tend to go through life thinking, well, nobody communicates well. I'm on top of the mountain, or I don't know how we want to say it. It's just this. You have to work on anything in order to improve. And communication is no different. So I don't know if I said it already, but in order to improve it, again, you have to learn to listen. You have to pause to think about the communication, the message, and then respond. I mean, you hear the saying so often, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means we're supposed to listen as twice as much as we actually talk. Right? So it's just that. So your communication, you improve it, what happens? Well, you'll probably have better relationships. You'll experience quite possibly an improvement or increase in your income. I mean, most people who are high earners are also high-level communicators. By result, you should start experiencing more success in your life. And lastly, you'll start to be at peace with yourself. No more negative self-talk. All right, so think about this. How can you improve your communication? Do it on a daily basis, and you should start seeing things change little by little, but it will happen. I know you can do it. I believe in you.